My neighbor Jessica, she's 29, works as a marketing manager at a tech startup in Denver, makes $73,000 a year, and told me last week she feels broker than when she made $35,000. That doesn't make sense, right? Here's what she said. I have more money coming in, but somehow I have less left over, and I definitely don't feel any richer. I know exactly what Jessica's experiencing because I lived it for 6 years. I earned decent money, paid my bills on time, even saved a little. But I felt like I was running on a treadmill that kept speeding up. The median American household makes $47,000 per year. You know what their net worth is? $8,700. Think about that for a second. The average family earns $47,000 annually and has less than $9,000 in total wealth. That's not a budgeting problem. That's a capital problem. Most people don't understand what capital actually is. They think it's money. It's not. Capital is stored demand. When I was 26, I thought having $12,000 in my checking account made me financially stable. I felt proud of that number. Then I looked at my monthly expenses and realized something terrifying. That money would last me exactly 3 months if I lost my job. 3 months. That's it. I wasn't building capital. I was just temporarily storing my labor. Here's the thing about capital that nobody explains clearly. It's not what you save, it's what works without you. Let me tell you about my friend Marcus. He's a plumber in Phoenix, makes about $55,000 a year. For years, Marcus saved every extra dollar in a savings account. He was proud of his discipline, had $23,000 sitting there earning 0.1% interest. But Marcus was thinking about money backwards. One day, his truck broke down, $3,400 repair. Then his water heater died, another $1,200. Within 2 months, that savings account was down to $18,000. Marcus felt like he was going backwards despite working 50-hour weeks. That's when it hit him. He was renting his entire life. His apartment, rent money flowing to a landlord who owns the building. His car payment, money flowing to a bank that owns the loan. His streaming subscriptions, his phone bill, his groceries, money flowing to capital owners. Marcus was a cash transfer system. Every dollar he earned got sent to people who owned things. The cruel part. Those same capital owners were probably making 8% to 12% annually on their investments, while Marcus made 0.1% in his savings account. Now, here's where most financial advice goes wrong. It tells you to budget better, cut expenses, maybe start a side hustle. All of that keeps you trapped in the same system. The real move is switching sides. Instead of being the person who sends money to capital owners, become the capital owner who receives money from workers. Marcus figured this out. He took $15,000 from that savings account and bought shares of companies. Not sexy companies, boring ones. A utility company that supplies electricity to Arizona. A REIT that owns apartment buildings. A company that makes industrial equipment. Suddenly, Marcus owned tiny slices of the infrastructure that other people pay to use. Every month, people pay their electric bills. A fraction of that money flows to Marcus. Every month, people pay rent. A fraction flows to Marcus. Every month, companies buy industrial equipment. A fraction flows to Marcus. That's capital. It's not money sitting still. It's money working while you sleep. The average stock market return over the past 30 years has been 10.2% annually. If Marcus keeps adding just $300 per month to his investments, less than most people spend on restaurants, he'll have over $200,000 in 10 years. But here's the part that really matters. Marcus doesn't have to work extra hours to earn that $200,000. The capital works for him. Why don't more people do this? Because it feels scary to buy something that fluctuates in value instead of keeping cash that sits still. Your brain is wired to prefer certainty over opportunity. That's a survival instinct from when humans lived in small tribes and taking risks meant potentially starving. But in modern economics, avoiding risk is the biggest risk of all. Inflation runs about 3% annually. Your savings account pays maybe 0.5%. That means your cash is losing 2.5% of its purchasing power every year. You're paying the inflation tax for the privilege of feeling safe. Meanwhile, capital owners, the people who own stocks, real estate, and businesses, see their wealth grow faster than inflation. The gap widens every year. I made this mistake for way too long. I thought being responsible meant keeping cash in the bank. I was actually being irresponsible with my future self. The moment this clicked for me was when I calculated how much money I'd sent to my landlord over 5 years. $87,000. Almost $90,000. Gone forever. If I'd bought a duplex instead, lived in one half and rented out the other half, that same $87,000 would have bought me an asset that pays me money every month. That's the difference between renters and owners. Renters pay money. Owners receive money. Now, if you're someone who earns a steady paycheck but feels like you're always behind, no matter how much you make, this is for you. The system is designed to keep you sending money to capital owners. Every purchase, every bill, every subscription is a transfer from your labor to someone else's assets. Breaking free isn't about earning more money. It's about changing what you do with the money you already earn. Here's the move. Before you pay a single bill next month, move money into assets that other people pay to use. Start with $100. Buy a share of a company that owns something people need. Utilities, railroads, cell phone towers, boring stuff that generates cash flow. Do that every month no matter what, even if it means scrambling to cover other expenses. Especially then. You're training yourself to prioritize capital over comfort. That's how you switch from renter to owner. The goal isn't to get rich quick, it's to stop being poor slowly. Your paycheck is your biggest asset and your biggest trap. It's an asset because it gives you purchasing power. It's a trap because it teaches you to think like a worker instead of an owner. Start thinking like an owner tonight.